The best person to catch a thief is a thief by my good friend, Mr. Kingsley Kunton. Well, I brought this in my TikTok already, but this is not TikTok. This is YouTube, and I think I should echo it here. So, viewers, even the security personnel, when they want to catch a thief, they must also behave as a thief. They must go underground and spy well over ages before they will catch any particular thief that they are looking for. So, Mr. Kingsley Kunton, I salute you. We all salute you. A very nice saying now in my YouTube. Today we're going to section 10 of Surah Al-Iraf, that's Surah 7 of the Holy Quran. In the last episode, I tried to highlight the importance of the hereafter as compared to this present life. And I mentioned that it's been mentioned in earlier revelations, including especially the revelation sent down to Abraham and also to Musa. And the end of it is Surah Al-Ala, Surah 87, chapter 87. The last part of it is Bal Tuktrina al-Hayat al-Dunya wal-Akhiratu Hayrin wa Abka inna hadha lafi suhfi ula wa suhfi inna hadha lafi suhfi Musa wa suhfi Ibrahim. بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي صحف موسى وصحف Ibrahim. In other words, God is telling us He has warned us a lot against loving this world. Tuktrina, nay, you prefer the life of this world. Bal, tuktrina dunya life. You prefer the life of this world. But to say about ahiratu, but the end, haza, but to hearing wa ahiratu, hearing wa abka, but the end, that's the hereafter, is much better and more enduring and lasting. So that God is telling us is that we should, whatever we do, we should remember the life of the hereafter. Such that he is reminding us that he brought it in the scrolls brought to Moses and also to Ibrahim in that chapter 87, Surah Al-Ala. Now, we also mentioned how many generations came after Noah. After Noah, how many generations came before Hud, whom we discussed in the last episode. And the commentary here says 4 generations. If I'm remembering, let's see. Their story, let me take it the whole thing from the beginning. Our people with their prophet Hud are mentioned in many places. See especially chapter 36, 123 to 124, and chapter 96, 21 to 23. Let me put the Roman figures there. 2. The first one is XXVI. The second one is X capital I, then VI. I see it as 96, 21 to 26. And full stop, that's it. Their story belongs to Arabian tradition. Their eponymous ancestor, Ad, was fourth in generation from Noah. And I mentioned that I have their succession here, which I compiled for my own use. And you can see Hud is the fourth from top. Yes, fourth from top. And Noah is the third from top. Which means that between Hud and Noah, there were 4 generations. And eponymous here means the main character or the main prophet was Ad, suggesting that they were prophets in between Hud and Ad. And of course, the Quran only selected 25 prophets to mention them, to mention in the Quran, which means that there were other prophets in between these ones mentioned, which the Quran hasn't talked about. Many of them can be found in the Bible. That's why we say the Bible is the Word of God, except the alterations. So many of the prophets can be found in the Bible. But between Noah and Hud, there were 4 generations, and there was likely to be a prophet or two between them, not mentioned in the Quran. Pardon me if I'm making a mistake. We now go to section 10, and it begins with ayah 73, sign 73. Wa ila tamuda ahahum salihan. We are going to another personality or another prophet, if you like, pardon me. Another prophet. Wa ila tamuda ahahum salihan. Kala. So, to the Tamud people, so after the Ad people were destroyed, the people that came after them they were destroyed by winds, I think 7 nights and 8 days. No. Yes, 7 nights and 8 days. They were destroyed by winds. After they were destroyed, the new generation that came were the Tamud people. And to the Tamud people, we sent Salih. Wa ila Tamuda ahahum Salihan. To the Tamud people, Salih, one of their own brother, ahahum, one of their own brothers, Salihan, Salihu. And Salih is, I suppose it's Silas, or Silas, Salih. Salihan. Kala, he also beckoned his people, saying the same thing that Noah said and the same thing that Ad said. Salihan repeated it to his own people, even after the destruction of the previous generation. Wa ila tamuda ahahum salihan. Kala, ya qawmi, abudu Allah, ma lakum min ilahin gairuhu. The same thing that these prophets said. Our ears are tough. He said, one of their own brothers, he said, oh my people, worship God. Ye have no other God but him. Full stop. Malakum min Allahin. Malakum min ilahin. Malakum min ilahin. Geruhu. You have no other God other than him. Kat ja'atkum. Kat ja'atkum. Kat ja'atkum. Bainatun min rabbikum. Kat ja'atkum bainatun min rabbikum. A messenger from thy Lord. They said, no, I'm reading the wrong place. Yeah. Ye have no other God but him. Now hath come unto you a clear sign from your Lord. Kad ja'atkum bainakum min rabbikum. Then hath come to you a sign from thy Lord. Hazihi naqatun lahi lakum ayatun. Hazihi naqatun lahi lakum ayatan. That's the end of the sentence. Let's see. He said, This she camel of God is a sign unto you. The she camel of God is a sign unto you. Uh, فَذَرُوهَا فَذَرُوهَا تَأْكُلْ فِي الْأَرْضِ فَذَرُوهَا تَأْكُلْ فِي الْأَرْضِ الله فَذَرُوهَا تَأْكُلْ فِي الْأَرْضِ الله. So leave her, فَذَرُوهَا, leave her, so leave her to grace in Allah's earth. Leave her to grace in God's earth. Okay, in English we say to grace on earth. In Arabic we say in earth. So don't be surprised. Either on earth or in earth. The meaning is what matters most. Okay. فَذَرُوهَا تَأْكُلُ فِي الْأَرْضِ فِي أَرْضِ اللَّهِ. So leave her to grace on God's earth. وَلَا تَمَسُّوهَا وَلَا تَمَسُّوهَا بِسُوءٍ. And let her come to no harm. And let her come to no harm. Wala tamasuha bisu'in. Let her come to no harm. Fa- فيأخذكم عذاب أليم. فيأخذكم عذاب أليم. Let her not come to harm, or ye shall be seized with a grievous chastisement. Azabun alimin, alimun, grievous. You will be seized by grievous chastisement. Let's see the commentary. Let's go to commentary 1043. Hey, it's a long one. It's a long one. Nonetheless, we shall read it, even if we have only two verses. The Tamud people were the successors to the culture and civilization of the Ad people, for whom see note 1040, which we've just read. Note 1040, which we've just read, and verse 765 above. Yes, the note and the verse go together. The commentary and the verse are mentioned here. That's the same verse. The note 1040 is relating to chapter 7, verse 65. They were cousins to the Ad, apparently a younger branch of the same race. Apparently, a younger branch of the same race. Thus, they were cousins to the Ad. Apparently, a younger branch to the same race. So, I believe when they say a younger branch, I believe they are talking about Tamud. They were a younger branch to Ad people. Their story also belongs to Arabian tradition, according to which their eponymous ancestor Thamud, that's the main character after the Ad people, Thamud was a son of Abil, into brackets, a brother of Aram, full stop. The son of Sam, the son of Noah. So that's the lineage of the Tamud people, of Tamud. The ancestor Tamud was a son of Abir, into brackets, a brother of Aram. That's ancestor of Tamud, the son of Sam, the son of Noah. So Tamud was the son of Sam, the son of Noah. Their seat was in the northwest corner of Arabia. That's Arabian Patrici. That's Arabia Patraci. Patraci is Petraci. Arabia Patraci. Patraci is spelled Petraea. Brackets close. Arabia Patraci. Between Medina and Syria. So this is the location of the Thamud people. Or this was the location. Of course, they might not be. They are not there now. Between Medina and Syria, it included both rocky country, Hijri, rocky Hijri. There is a chapter named after that, Hijri. So, chapter 17, 1780. It is XV, 17 verse 80, Hijri, XV. And the spacious fertile valley, Wadi, a valley, Arabic valley is Wadi. This, and the spacious fertile valley, Wadi, and plains country of Kura, and the plains country of Kura, I'm reading it as English, the plains country of Kura, which begins just north of the city of Medina and is traveled by Hijaz Railway. When the Holy Prophet, in the ninth year of the Hijrah, led his expedition to Tabuk, into brackets, about 400 miles north of Medina, brackets close, against the Roman forces on a reported Roman invasion from Syria, he and his men came across the archaeological remains of Thamud, the recently excavated rock city of Petra near Ma'an, near Ma'an, may go back to the Talmud, though its architecture has many features connecting it with Egyptian and Greco-Roman culture, overlying what is called by European writers Nab- Nabatean, Nabatean culture. Nabatean is spelled Nabatae, combined, then AN, Nabatean culture. Who were, then full stop, who were the Nabateans? Who were the Nabateans is a question. They were an old Arab tribe which played a considerable part in history after they came into conflict with Antigonus. No, with Antigonus, yes, with Antigonus, or Antigonus, if you like, with Antigonus the First in 1213 BC. Their capital was Petra, but they extended their territory right up to the Euphrates. Full stop. In 85 BC, they were lords of Damascus under their king Haritha, into brackets, Ariatus of Roman history. So Haritha means is the same as Ariatus or Aritas of Roman history. Full stop, brackets close. Arita, brackets close. For some time, they were allies of the Roman Empire and held the Red Sea littoral. Full stop. The emperor Trajan reduced them and annexed their territory in AD 104. Let me repeat that. The emperor Trajan reduced them and annexed their territory in AD 105. The Nabateans succeeded the Talmud. The Nabateans, uh, succeeded the Talmud of Arabian tradition. The Talmud are mentioned by name in an inscription of the Assyrian king Sargon, dated 715 BC, as a people of Eastern and Central Arabia, into brackets, Encyclopedia of Islam. So if you want to check it, you can check it in this encyclopedia book document, Encyclopedia of Islam. Some of these things I'm not privy to them. I don't get them to read. Very painful. Okay, brackets close. See also appendix 7, no, see also appendix 9 to Surah 26. 26 years XXVI. So pardon me if it's not 26. So that is the commentary to verse 73. But we haven't finished. It continues. With the advance of material civilization, the Tamud people became godless. Yes, with the advance of material civilization. So you shouldn't be surprised if with our civilization today we we are becoming godless. In fact, we are. Maybe the elders will draw us towards God. Let me repeat that. With the advance of material civilization, the Tamud people became godless and arrogant and were destroyed by an earthquake. Yes. Hmm. Their prophet and warner was Saleh. eh, I think it's Silas, was Saleh. And the crisis in their history is connected with the story of a wonderful she camel. See next note. So we are going to see the next note. And that note is still for verse 73. And what does the next note say? The next verse 73, the next note is 1044. The story of the wonderful she camel that was assigned to the Talmud is variously told in tradition. We need not follow the various versions in the traditional story. What we are told in the Quran is that one, she was a sign or symbol which the prophet Salih used for a warning to the haughty oppressors of the poor. And two, there was there was scarcity of water, and the arrogant or privileged classes tried to prevent the access of the poor or their cattle to the springs, while Salih intervened on their behalf. Into brackets, chapter 26, verse 155. Like I said, let me read it in Roman numerals. XSVI. Oh, I see. I think V here is 5. So, pardon me, it's XSVI. That's it, chapter 26. Sometimes the V in Arabic is 7. So here, I think it's 5. Yes. Chapter 26, verse 155. eh? Then, then Leviticus, I think, because I have here LIV, eh? 28. LIV 28. Then, and then we go to the third point. 3. Like water, pasture was considered a free gift of nature. In this spacious earth, a free gift of nature in this spacious earth of God. We go to that's 73 VII verse 73. But the arrogant ones tried to monopolize the pasture also. This thing has been happening. It's a long time. Today, the arrogant ones, if I'm right, try to monopolize nuclear power. They alone should have nuclear power and nobody else. Who dare you? Eh? So they alone should monopolize nuclear power, the oils of the world, eh? And anything that is important for sustenance and subsistence given to us freely by God. eh? Here, the note is telling us that the arrogant ones try to monopolize the pasture also. 4. This particular she camel was made was made a test case by God. We talk of trial, and this note is telling us that this particular she camel was made a test case. LIV dot 27. Oh, it's not LIV, it's IV. Maybe I've forgotten, but maybe 54. I'm sorry. 54, chapter 54, verse 27. eh? So the earlier one that I read as live is not live, it's IV. So IV. 54, if I remember, if I'm right, verse 27. And then there was one I read earlier as here. That the earlier one was 26, 155, and then IIV 28. That is 54, 28. If I'm pressed, capital I, small IV, 28. Okay, so we continue. But the arrogant ones try to monopolize the pasture also. For this particular she camel was made a test case. IIV, that's 54. If I'm right, please pardon me. You can check it yourself, if you wouldn't mind. 27, to see if the arrogant ones would come to reason. 5, the arrogant ones, instead of yielding to the reasonable rights of the people, uh, hamstrung the poor she camel and slew her, probably secretly, eh, and into brackets XCI 14. That's where to refer to. XP times C. Please refer to the Roman numerals. I have forgotten them. XCI 14. Then capital IIV 29. C maybe 50. I don't know which is 50. Anyway, viewers, pardon me for not learning enough. Okay. Then LIV 29. Very column. The cap, the cup of their iniquities was full, and the Tamud people were destroyed by a dreadful earthquake, which threw them prone on the ground and buried them with their houses and their fine buildings. Yes, when God is anointed, nobody can stop him, not the angels, not Jesus, not Muhammad. He's anointed. In the ninth, he grew, they lay flat, Jathiin, if I'm right. And they lay flat on the floor, and threw them prone on the ground and buried them with their houses and their fine buildings. And that was the note to verse 73. Uh, we go to 74, yes. And because I've already read 1044. We go to 74. Uh, where is Kuru is Ja'alakum, where is Kuru is Ja'alakum Halafa'il min Bagda Aden. And remember how he made you inheritors after the Ad people. وبوأكم في الأرض وبوأكم في الأرض Ad people, and gave you habitations in the land. Bawa'akum, gave you habitations in the night. Bawa'akum fil ardi. تتخذون من سهولها تتخذون من سهولها تتخذون من سهولها habitations in the land. Ye built you built for yourself places and castles in open place. تتخذون من سهولها كسورا وتنحتون الجبال وينحتون الجبال buyutan in the land. He built for yourself. Ye built for yourselves palaces and castles in open place, and carve out homes in the mountains. Jibalan, buyutan, places, houses in the mountains. فإس فاذكروا فاذكروا الآيات فاذكروا الآية الله ولا ولا تشوا في الأرض مفسدين. For yourself, places and castles, sorry, in open places and carve out homes in the mountains. Yes, that's where we stop. So bring to remembrance, Iskuru, bring to remembrance the benefits you have received from God. For Iskuru al-ayat, for Iskuru la-ayan lahi, wala tashu fil ardi mufsidin. So bring to remembrance the benefits ye have received from God and refrain from evil and mischief on the earth. And refrain from evil and mischief on earth. So this was warning. This is warning to all of us, even though he's referring to Tamil people. He had already destroyed them. So he's telling us, God is telling us this directly, to avoid to avoid evil and mischief on earth. Uh, let's go to 75. Here, I don't think there is any commentary on it. We go to 75. قال الملاء قال الملاء الذين استكبروا ومن قومه للذين استضعفوا لمن آمن منهم. The leaders of the arrogant party among the people said to those who were reckoned powerless, dash those among them who believed. الذين استضعفوا استضعفوا للذين استضعفوا party among people said to those who were reckoned powerless. Powerless here is that if you, that's the interpretation. Liman amana minhum, among them who believed, among them, amana minhum among them who believed. أتعلمون أن صالحا مرسل من ربه. Know ye indeed that Salih is a messenger from his Lord. أتعلمون أن صالحا مرسل من ربه. قالوا إنا بما أرسل به مؤمنون. قال إنا بما أرسل به مؤمنون. They said, we do indeed believe in the revelation which had been sent through him. And there is what do I say? A commentary on it. There is a commentary on it. As usually happens in such cases, that's the commentary I'm reading now. As usually happens in such cases, the believers were the lowly and the humble. Oh, yes. So that's how it's when God is humbling you, it's good for you. He's making you to believe instead of being arrogant. So He humble you so that you believe. I love this commentary. You see, as usually happens in such cases, the believers were the lowly and the humble. Of course, if you get everything, you forget God. You don't have any problem. You are likely to forget God, except God's chosen people themselves. And the oppressors were the arrogant, and the oppressors were the arrogant, who in selfishly keeping back nature's gifts, into brackets, which are Allah's gifts, brackets close, from the people, were deaf to the dictates of justice and kindness. Salih took the side of the unprivileged and was therefore himself attacked. Of course, prophets don't follow rich people, and they can't be influenced by rich people. Like this commentator say, this commentary is saying that Salih took the side of the unprivileged and was therefore himself attacked. I think, viewers, we stop here. One of the commentaries, or two of the commentaries, have been so long, and therefore we will not be able to finish the chapter 10. We will therefore stop here at chapter. No, no, we'll not be able to finish the section. We'll not be able to finish the section. We will therefore stop here at verse 75, I suppose. We'll stop at verse 75, and when we come back, we'll go to verse 76. The leaders of the arrogant party among the people said to those who were yeah, we've done 75. So when we are back, we shall go to verse 76, reading along with the commentary as well. Pardon me for my shortcomings. You see, I'm sweating. Weather is hot. So, viewers, we end here. Thank you very much. May God bless you all. Illa likai. Bye bye. Au revoir.